All right. Dark mode. I'm right. Some God's work, Not sure what you're talking about, but okay. On aggro, that's right. Yes, yes. That is a very succinct description. Yeah. Working on robot aggro. Thank you. I'm gonna pin that hard. Alright, so here's the plan. A new component. Maybe break into 140. Dude, what is this? It's relaunch. Thing is so finicky. Freaking web coded little app. This thing is supposed to say it nicely. Once it loads, there you go. Maybe break into 141k. So I suggested it a while ago, yeah. Yeah, for sure. That was exactly because I a suggestion. I was thinking of it on and off, and eventually, one of those days, didn't feel like working on other features. So, but this one's like, yeah, I could do that. I'm emotional okay with doing that. So I can do, depending on how deep I go into this, we'll see. But anyway, so to make it not too wild, right now every robot's gonna check for player. Well, let's say like 4 times a second. Okay. It's gonna look for if it sees a direct connection, plus maybe a vision range check as well. So that way you can actually sneak behind a robot. Know what I'm saying? Even could build a debug thing here. Ooh. Debug vision. That could be nice too. In the non-ray tracing mode to see the actual cone. Yeah. Okay. So I don't have any code yet. Just some basic reflection. But yeah, when you suggest good ideas, I will definitely be taking that in. So yeah, I think Roombas also came from that as well. Actually, be right back. I'm gonna pump the lights just a bit more. Indeed. Well, logic is logical, so when using logic, a lot of things begin to chain up and make sense. And look at that cute little vibe-coded Visual Studio extension. I gotta know the numbers, man, for the progress. The road to 350,000 lines of code. Anyway, this is good. This is reflected. Indeed, indeed. I don't know what I did recently, but for some reason my game starts up way faster than usually. Like 2.5 seconds or less. 2.25 seconds startup time. I don't know. Anyway, what I want is here, let's build a wall. Alright, so now there's a solid wall. There's no GUI in the Gmod as open source. What is Gmod? Is it I don't even know what Gmod is, dude. I've been out of things for a couple of years now. Yeah. So now I need a robot. I need a robot. On the wave 0. Drill robot, why not? 55. You, sir, are gaining awareness. This is fine. Not do this just yet. The game. Let me see. Gmod game. Oh, Gary's mod, dude. Why are you using slang on me? I don't play this game enough. I don't think I ever played this game, to be honest. If you can call it a game. Do you even call it a game? I guess it is. I've definitely heard of it, never tried it. But, yeah. It's still funny though, 500,000. That is an old mod though. It's been out for... How long has it been out? When did this thing come out? 26? Yeah, it's been 20 years. I mean, yeah, 20 years ago, mostly people just did a bunch of object-oriented stuff. Just like Unreal. And freaking every other freaking link game engine out there. Anyway, I don't want to get triggered by game engines. I've tried them, and I deleted my projects in rage. Pure rage. Phone a player now. Okay. There you go. So right now he just goes towards me like he just sees me, which is not acceptable. Just not. Even though it's cool and all, but no. Time. It's time to duel. Now this. Attack on entity. Just disables for now. What do you do if you have nobody to attack? You just swing like an retard? Oh yeah. Yeah. Dude, I couldn't believe that I was able to make that of ChatGPT. Like, I drilled it pretty hard, even out of that. Even again, what I asked was actually like high-level ideas what to add. I wonder if I still have it around. Let me see. Let me see. Shader. Only thing you should be can do flawlessly. I mean, it took a lot of kicking and screaming still because I had to put all that stuff in. Where was this? Shader ideas for UI. Yeah. Like, this was a long chat. Yeah, initially it suggested to me a single sign. Like, here's what I started with. Like, simple ideas for quads using UI for buttons, etc. And it was like, all right, here's my ideas. You know, gradient fills, which I was like, I don't need that crap. Border outlines, like, all right, let's start with that. And I think I may even showed initial progress at some point. I think I did. Wasn't that far back. Yeah, somewhere here. Yeah, I see. This is a single width sine wave. Oh yeah. So initially I started rounded corners actually. just rounded corners, just like that. And then I started work on the borders with the eye stuff, which is using science distance field calculation or whatnot. Pastime, Jill Still. Well, I can actually show you what it was doing. Yeah, this is what initial thing. Initial was just a sine wave in that. That's it. So looking at this, my initial thing was, yeah, rounded corner is the thing when I jumped out first. Because, like, you know, math-wise, this doesn't look all that complex at all, right? Just 4 lines. I was like, really? Just for corners to do that? It's cute. Yeah, so just a bunch of other stuff, which was too much. I actually ignored most of that. So I was like, well, let's focus on this thing. Do the rounded corners. So it gave me a little bit more code, which was way too much. I was like, all right, this is a bit wild. But see, that's pretty short when if you do it like in clips like that. Like this is short, right? But then you plug it into a full thing, it suddenly explodes a bit. So you kind of have to manage this. Because then I was like, all right, this is too much. Let's do a simple shader just to do quads. But even so, it kind of still gives you this whole outline. So it's more than 4 lines to some degree. Oh yeah, then I think I got that working. And then I needed to adjust the radius by the aspect ratio of the box. Because initially it was kind of skewed. Like here, for example. Like it was rounded, but it was skewed over like an ellipse due to the size of the button. But this was passing on information to GPU already. And so then after that was aspect ratio, which is kind of cute because I learned a lot of stuff from doing this. Yeah, blah blah blah, it doesn't matter too much. Oh yeah, then it threw a bunch of new crap at me, which I've never seen in a shader before, because my shader knowledge is almost 0. I was like, what the hell is the F width? So I was like, right, what the hell is that? And I dove into some stuff, and you can actually tell the dimension of a fragment inside a quad based on dimension. Which is kind of wild. That's kind of how wide the fragment is inside the quad. In a way. Kind of funky. Kinda. Technically it's derivative, but I think of it as a dimension. So I was drilling in the eye on that for a bit. What the hell's F width? I wish I could multiply it a bit. Yeah, this was really interesting. I can tell the quad size based on that fragment information. So I don't even pass the dimension of the quad at all. It just figures it out through this magic of F width. So drilling him on that for a bit. Yeah, see that? I just keep drilling it until I got it. Does it stand for fragment width? Kinda. Well, then I had enough. I was like, all right, I got it working, but I don't really understand it yet. So I had to drill it down really slowly. That was kind of okay, but it was too much. Follow from Finish Fine. Yeah, it's fragment width, yeah. I mean, it's not that obvious when you're gonna jump into it. Yeah. Was I doing slang at the time? I guess I was. Yeah, so keep it short style. We're converted into my shader language at the time. This is my initial time, and this was actually pasted into here. I was like, yo, aspect is kind of off. How to correct that? And that's when it jumped into whole aspect calculation. And it computed aspect using DDX, which is another name for F-width, just that this is in slang. Shader language has a different thing to it. DDX is like kind of cute. It means derivative of X. It's kind of cute, I guess. I don't know. I don't use slang anymore, so it's whatever. Just essentials. Blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm not even asking for like full code. I'm just kind of explain. All right, yeah, this is the main interesting part. I was like, right, just explain to me like I'm an retard. Very slowly with diagrams of what the hell this thing is doing. So I think I have like one shader for UI. Yeah, currently only have just one shader. Just like one giant tuber shader. Because I don't want to switch context. Right now, yeah. So here's a shader of 500 lines. And what it is that it has like a bunch of switches inside. So for example, this whole thing is to produce that globe health monitor generation. There's different subsections here to do different parts. Then there's one for progress bar, kinda. Which is right now called progress bar, but really it's this effect actually. It's when this thing fills up. This is what I call progress bar. I should probably give it a different name. But that handles that. Yeah. I mean, it kind of makes sense. There's no reason to switch around. Plus, yeah, there's also a separate style for button, or if it's just for rounded corners. Plus, this particular section does clicking effect, where you send out the waves on the button. Like when you click here, you send out that wave from the point of a click. That'd be that shader. Yep. Yep. And this one I actually initially skipped because I wasn't ready. Oh yeah, this whole thing was awesome. Like it actually drew all these diagrams textually. Android material click effect, yeah. I mean, look at this cute little diagrams it was doing me, explaining how this was computing the sign's distance of effect or whatnot. The whole thing, plus that, and so on. Look at all this cuteness. It was almost like going through like a college book. Just very slowly, carefully understanding all this stuff. Like it really drag it down. Then explain it for... Oh, this is for rounded rectangle level of... that's adjusted for aspect ratio. You lost some GUI, huh? Rip. It was really cool. It was kind of cute how I was converting everything. So if anything, I think most of the UI time I spent just asking AI to explain things to me. And explain what the map does and just drilling it down. She's like, does this mean that? Does it mean that? Very cute. Very cute. Oh yeah, I was trying to understand how it does that rounding of corners. Once I got that out, I kind of understood it. So yeah, it's kind of funny, like the way I use the eyes, not so much for code generation, but for kind of understanding the concepts behind it. It was really cute. Yeah, like asking the units for different, like this is, dude, imagine having to pay somebody to explain to you what different units are, different shade. It would be like a lot of work. And that person will run out of patience really fast unless you pay them a lot of money. Isn't it going out of context? What do you mean? No, this is drilling on the same UI. This is the whole thing just out working on UI stuff. Like this is still going around borders. No, my GPT doesn't have any problem. It's staying on topic quite well. No problem. No problem. Yeah, so back to the next one. This is taking the sign distance field, applying it to what? I think, I don't remember what T is. Some distance. Yeah, then drilling down into this portion. So again, it drills it down, does a clear diagrams. This was pretty nice. Oh, I was really impressed how this was going. I did not expect this to go this well. Yes, you're just asking us questions. Like this was really, yeah, like what are the units for the fragment width? Excellent question. It has so much positive reinforcement. It's funny. It is funny. Let me see. Yeah, see that? Boom, boom. Like, I don't understand. Like, did you using AI just to code things is so pointless. Where you can do so much more. Move step. Right. If you don't get a check mark, it means you didn't get quite right to the point. Again, more explanations. Move step, blah, blah. Is it ratio in object units to the corner edges? Like, it was really good at breaking things down based on what are the units, what are the meanings. Like, dude, this is so rational. It's almost like it's nice to talk to AI. Like, it's much nicer to talk to AI versus humans, because most humans refuse to be this rational. It's kind of refreshing. Boom, bullseye, look at this. I got a bullseye from AI. So anyway, I think I was doing this for a while. Is smooth stuff core util? Yeah, it's something a shader does. Although it kind of depends on which particular... I don't know if all languages call that. But as you can see, smooth steps are everywhere. Smooth step really just means lerp, technically. It just really just means linear interpolation, I think. Although it's not actually linear, I forgot. When I was drilling AI on this, it's like interpolation, but slightly smoothed out at the edges. So it's not a direct line, it's like a little wave to it. It's like a slightly smooth linear interpolation. I remember even asking it at some point here. Probably not going to be able to search here, or whatever. But yeah. But yeah, it's not quite lerp. It's slightly a bit more modified than that. Oh yeah, they also suggested me how to do slosh functions. Slosh was really actually just meant drawing this little extra white line at the top. And those animations edited lerp. It's more like linear interpolation with some easing and easing out, yes. But yeah, this was pretty nice. Only then later I came back to additional bubble effects. Bubble effects had to do some additional thinking. Because initially when I got that down, the problem was that anytime I moved, like when a new entity UI would come into existence, it would reset the random number generator for the bubbles, so they would kind of reset visually. So you still had to do a lot of additional twitching. Fixing to make it look nice. And then at some point I gave it an idea, like why don't we use like 2 sine waves? Oh. Let's not do that. Anyway, this guy technically he supports wandering around. So what is he doing right now? Robot behavior. He's stuck in idle. Doesn't he do... Let me see. Idle. Mr. Idle. I kind of want to do wandering. Why is it not doing wandering? Is this not growing? Excuse me? Oh, this only goes if it has a tag entity already defined, which it doesn't. Can you edit the time and state? Yeah, I could, but no, this is a different case. Right now it doesn't even get there. Right now, I've kind of assumed far that you know the player is at. Time rewind effect, sometime. Well, not really. In that case, it's a time, it's just kind of increments over time, doesn't do much. Alright, I understand. Because time and state is pretty high as you can see. That's actually its time and state. It just said it's not actually running the logic at all. Because it needs a player here to attack. And if it doesn't even do doesn't even do this whole loop. So you wouldn't know player position. So I need to be able to handle this. Robot position is fine. That's okay. Can you change personality, Mr. Cupertino? Yeah. Well, for this guy, he's too simple to worry about that. But for bigger bosses, I have a separate component, which is called Epic Boss. And this dude can do more configuration. Epic robot behavior. And this one you can define like attack choices, like give a different weight to use range attack versus melee versus ramming attack choices. Maybe add like a unique item that allows to give extra health to the main character. I mean, I already do extra health for the main character. That part is easy. Items can do all kinds of things already. Such as +4 life here. +4 life, +3 life. But rewinding thing... Yeah, I mean, rewinding is such a big feature though, because yeah, now you have to keep track of everything for the last 5 seconds. But I mean like an extra life, like the thing to come back. Finish fine. Reading party. What's cracking? Let me see what the guy was doing. What's up, Kyle? Well, now I gotta check you out. What's up, Finish fine? What were you doing? What kind of stuff would you work on your channel? Sad there is nothing to tell. Horror stuff. Nice. Hey, same GPU as me. Cool. Sweet beans. Indeed. Team equality. Nice. What's the team you mean? Because I think I'm on indie group on Twitch. That's about it. Equality. That's kind of funny. Yep. Also indie GF, yeah. Nice. Anyway. Today I'm working on making this guy be aware of me, as opposed to just attacking all the time. Like so full of West Rune. Anyway, I was working on code. Because this is all C++ code. Let me see. So currently this robot... Slang in peace, nice. For the slang theater style too. Which I used to use and then give up. This is a custom engine. Custom C++, 140,000 lines of code. Built on top of Vulkan, PhysX5, and a few other small libraries. But outside of that, my own entity component systems and everything else. Boom. Here's something you'll never see. Here's my profiler for ECS. Because all my game logic is made out of little pieces of code, lambdas functions. And this one tells me which are the most expensive one per frame. So I know what to look for. Such as this animation is always expensive. And for ray tracing, of course. But anyway, what I really want... Let's enable this guy to wander around. He should be wandering. I know where's this. If I set it to -1, will things break harshly or not? So first of all, let's not make it into that. PhD. Target position. Now this thing... I think I'll keep it at 0 for now, and then if... Indeed, having your own custom engine, dude, it's such a pleasure to have our own technology. It is so nice. Because I know where every single pixel comes on the screen, where it's coming, where it goes. Drop PG to Vulcan. Indeed, indeed. Right, let's see what this guy's doing. Mr. Robot, what are you up to? Yeah. So currently it's an idle state. And I want him to be in the wandering state until he sees me. So let's see, ignore position, distance. Well, Twitch devs their own engines too, yeah, not much. Yeah, I mean, actually, I've used to work on this game a couple of different engines, including Unreal Engine 5. Dude, I spent like 4 months building out a prototype in Unreal, and it was such a pain in the ass. Such a pain in the ass. I mean, it looked really pretty, I'm not gonna lie. Dude, hello? What is going on? Is something taking over my input? Something almost taking over my input. Yeah, here's the same game prototype but made on Unreal 5 at the time. And yeah, it looked pretty and all that, but I hated the internal process. I just hated the whole thing. Just hated it. I still hate blueprints, yeah. Dude, at one point I had a job in Unreal Engine 4. And this was before blueprints, and this was working for a console. I think it was PlayStation 4. And it took like half an hour to compile the damn project, no matter what you do. It's like whatever you try, you have to wait like half an hour to see if you actually fix the problem or not. Oh, that was a hell on wheels. It's like basically only try like to do like, I don't know, a dozen things a day, and that was it. That was the limit. But no. Anyway, let's back at it. But your own technology, I can just do ray tracing without killing a machine. Everything is fine. Oh, now it has an idle state. Let's see. Mr. Robots, what are you at? I need to do search for components at this point. There's too many components. Okay, it isn't chasing. The engine took 7 hours to compile. Yeah, it could be worse depending on the CPU, for sure. For sure. I actually recently upgraded to the crazy CPU, so now I have a top of the line AMD 9950X3D. That thing is a monster. It just compiled it, my project twice than I did my previous Intel CPU. Alright, it shouldn't be in... Why did he go to chasing? Outplay position. Wait. I don't really want this. I don't really want this. We really struggle at the start, yeah. Still held back a lot of stuff. A versatile language, yeah. I mean, it's kind of, honestly, it's kind of weird. Because they used to have a scripting language in 4 and prior, which required a full engine rebuild, even though it was a scripting language. Then they went to visual, and now back into scripting again. Graphics library, this is Vulkan. I have 2 renders and raw dog C Vulkan. Just raw dog that thing so hard. For example, here's your UI, building, VK, indexed. Yeah, just raw Vulkan calls. In MovaNet, I have 2 renders, not 1 but 2. This is a ray trace render. We have the pretty reflections, you have perfect mirrors. I don't have that working yet, unfortunately, but and you can also do toggle off and just do a non-rendering path. I haven't spent any time in it at all. I might keep it like a low potato mode. Still visually effectively the same, just doesn't have all the pretty stuff. And a single button to just toggle all this off. Yeah, script is nice for this for sure. Except in practice, those things have to be written by engineers anyway, so I don't know. But anyway, as a solo dev, I don't need to think or worry about that stuff. Take that. Ray trace reflection, yeah. So what you're seeing now, every pixel right now on the screen is ray traced. Every single pixel is ray traced. That's the way you can see reflection. Here is reflection of floor. There is shadows is too much work to do. That's why you have reflections freaking everywhere. Yeah. Except unless you go ray tracing, I don't even spawn the mirror at all. I just disable that thing. You only get pretty mirror and ray tracing. And only if you play as a girl. As a guy, you don't get to have a mirror. Cool guy don't need mirrors to look at. You know what I'm saying? Ugh. I have not worked on that guy for like a year. So he's a bit buggy. Here's another positive of your own tech. You can just do stuff fast. Clapped of a guy, yeah. Go boom. Yeah. You can technically, I think my first attack was really just a that. Oh, why is that? Yeah, he was supposed to just kind of punch him and let him back. That's what he really supposed to do. But it just doesn't feel that good, so maybe, I don't know, maybe at some point later work on that guy again. It's whatever. Right now, spend all the effort in the actual itemization for the girl. That's more important. Plus the usual Diablo stats. Yep. Like a wish list. Although it's gonna be a while before it's done. Kick that thing open. One thing I've noted playing in Diablo is that I was always like injuring my arm or hand, like technically wrist, because you have to like chase, or you have to like attack and kite. But in my game, you can just move WSD. WSD even attack of numbers. I don't even need that mouse. I haven't worked on her too long. Come for a ride. A little buggy bug, huh? But it's kind of cool looking. I need to generate more of these as like a background. Right now it's kind of a bug. That's a store. But anyway. Anyways. Back to Robot. Back to Mr. Robot. Let's see. Could it buy 5090? Crazy. The fun thing also, because it's custom tech, I have a 4K screen, so this is 4K resolution with ray tracing. Yeah, take care, man. Thanks for follow Booyah and ARG16. So this is a debug build with VSync off. I think can hit 350, 340 frames on a 4K ray traced. Hell yes. Alright. Focus time. Attack on entity. Let's only go into chasing mode. This is not good enough. Is alive and this. Okay. Oh yeah, indeed. Yeah. Let's reset again. No. Okay. Oh. Yes. Where is he going, dude? Oh, he's going to attacking mode. But you don't have anything to target. Oh, I know. When he's in wandering mode, only go to chase again if we have something to chase. Otherwise, just keep wandering. But wait, notice even though it's a C++. What's up, boy? Even though it's a C++, I don't actually need to restart the game to see my changes. Because I have a powerful tooling which allows me to just reload the whole code base as needed in a matter of seconds. So much for needing to script a C++. Indeed, indeed. Hey, where'd he go? I mean, it's kind of wandering is kind of cool, not gonna lie though. Except he's kind of going far. Wandering, let me see. I think he wanders for like a few seconds and then just. What do you go that far then? Let me observe this guy again. Thanks for follow the economics. Well, VS22 has had hot reloading for a bit, but it sucks ass. I have tried it. It was broken, so I turned that crap off. Instead of been using Live++ for years and years. I trust it. It's amazing. I don't even need to do anything. I just save the file. It automatically detects the change. Like it detected one file's change to compile, and just patches everything live, dude. I've been paying $100 for this happily for like I don't know how many years now. I used to use it professionally at work. Now I just do it here. All right, cool. So now this guy just kind of goes around. Actually, it was convinced I'm wondering. I think I wrote wandering logic a year ago at this point. So it's nice to be able to use it. All right, so now that this works, I can actually implement. Right now he completely ignores me. Ooh, now he got mad. Oh yeah, because when you get damaged him, they get mad. You know, let's do 3 robots. Let's do 3 robots. Actually, it's getting annoying. I'm getting annoyed destroying this wall. Let's move character right on the wall. And this ghetto ass editor design. Alright, we got 3 of them. Just gonna go around. That's actually kind of cute. Kind of cute. Leave Steve alone. That's funny. Yeah. Yeah, indeed. Indeed. So now it's time to implement logic in my entity component system. So every frame, if I have robot B, robot behavior, I need a clock. For each entity that this applies to. Now, work clock is a special component, not a singleton. Do I need physics? I might need physics. If you're... need a clock. Awareness. Alright. If an entity has these three components, then I can do this thing. Okay. This was enabled. Current plus. Now looking at if we have a direct line sight of player, it's pretty expensive. So you have to do it pretty carefully. So what I have is carefully defined period. So you don't look at this every frame. Yeah, reset this thing to 0. Do we have cone-like for vision? Well, that's what it will be, but you kind of have to break down some complex things like that down to some simple things. Cone vision, it's just drawing debug lines initially. Hey, this guy's just kind of walking around like... This kind of might be cool to have some peaceful robots just kind of chilling, grilling. Anyway. Let's see, do I have... Is this thing a singleton or not? It is. Okay. Good. Which means we can raycast. Dude, create local variable. I'm so lazy. Let the thing type for me. Right. Ignore yourself. From position. Well, fine, fine. Let's see where the robot is at. So get translation in direction. Oh yeah, okay. And I do need player position. Alright, we'll get player position here. Robot position. We get player position. Which means ray direction. Yeah. Well, do want a little bit of offset though. Fine. I'm too lazy right now to do more. To do use auto. What is it called? Auto target details. Yes. Details for the robot made height, or even eyesight level if I want to. Anyway, direction, right direction. Actually, this needs to be here. You know what? Script's gonna do it the right way right away. Fine. Fine. Target details. Center mass height. Yes, that's fine. Okay. Elson, yeah, I love you. This is why I can't go to Linux or somewhere else, or even different language. Because nothing else has as good of IntelliSense as this. And it's a real speed up. Okay, so doing this. I think the player technically could do the same. Technically, but let's just stick to that and see how that goes. Okay, we got this, we got directions, fine, distance. Oh yeah, vision range. Technically do need a distance here. Add a distance config. Static bodies only, false. Okay. What is... Oh, it's not a const? That's weird. In fact, even this will be fine. I'm gonna have to recompile this whole thing now, aren't I? Self ID. Oh wait, self ID. ID is a number. Okay. And unlike Game Engine, I know this is not gonna do anything crazy. I ain't gonna do nothing crazy. Oh, I don't want to do a raycast. I want to do an intersect. I need to collect all the Pokemons. All the Pokemons to collect. It's the same. False. No debug for now. Okay, so now it is an array. Okay. Hey Zayat, welcome back. Welcome back. A bit of a nighttime stream to implement some aggro. Actually, it's a great term. I should put that in the game. Implementing robot aggro. That is a perfect term. Perfect term. Boom, done with that. Well, let me organize my project now. Nice. Excellent, excellent. That said, don't optimize too hard initially. That said. Okay. Let's get entity ID. Scene entity. Does this not... What are you complaining about? Oh, I'm not capturing this. Okay. Is this thing alive? Is player... No, has... But if there's anything in between, I don't remember, is it sorted? Is the result sorted by distance or not? Is the result sorted by distance? I think I do sort it by distance already, so it should be good. Already sorted by distance. Shortest closest first. So if we really do see it, we can break. Player is seen by robot. That part is fine, but what does has do exactly? It basically asks if the entity has a particular component. So does this entity have a component? That's what it does. Do you have the component? This is an ad, I guess it just has a component. Does it have a component? And then internally kind of finds what the entity is, finds the storage, finds the stable, finds the kind of components it has, just kind of looping through and checks if it's at a components type or not. And boom. That's what happens. Bitwise suitable for that? You could. The problem is I already have over 500 entities. So even though it's a lot of work, it's rarely... Most of the frame doesn't call has all that much. It's kind of rare. The actual invocation of this whole lambda is kind of more expensive. I mean, even though it's nothing. I was thinking at some point maybe do a bitwise, but 500 bits is quite a bit. And I'm probably going to go easy over 1,000 components anyway before this game is done. So 1,000 bits, I mean, it still might be faster, kinda. Maybe. But either way, the other thing is that most components, most entities have like a handful of components. So it's not that many to check in. And those components are kind of sorted. So in reality, they're pretty... And even more than that, these components are actually 2 bytes. So my cache line will fill a bunch of those. So doing a quick little loop over 2 byte integers, comparing them, it's nothing. It's nothing. It isn't nothing. But maybe. Maybe I'll run some benchmarks once on that thing. So far the game is running already too fast. I'm getting tired of optimizing the game. It's already fast enough. More than that, I have a profile. It shows me the actual real cost right now is animation. Because this, what I'm doing there is nothing. Dude, when you do an animation of like, I don't know, 100 bones, 200 bones in a whole scene, doing matrix computation, all that, that is a nasty beast. This is nothing. This is peanuts. Peanuts. Placing robot, right. I do want to check if it meets anything that's like a static. No, dude, you'll be optimizing the wrong thing. This is not the thing to optimize. It's just not expensive. It's just not. The main cost today is the memory, not the operation. Doing math on 2 bytes integers, comparing that's super easy. Loading up a memory block that's not in your space, that's what's expensive. So eventually, if you start adding too many things to your entity and components, it's just going to explode. But maybe if entity becomes really, really big, maybe. But like, bro, even my player right now maybe has, I don't know, maybe she has 50 components. That's peanuts. Compared to casting an intersect right into physics world, it's definitely nothing. Definitely not a thing. Alright, I do want to check if it's a wall. Is it a wall? Because the thing is, I actually have a profiler, so if this thing pops up as being expensive, oh, I will see it. I will see it. And then I'll be able to drill down and see what's actually expensive, what's not. Until then, it's fine. It's fine. As long as I'm doing anything particularly stupid, it's fine. So what can block a view of a player? Walls, 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 walls. Maybe if it has a static. For now, just keep it. I'll keep it simple for now. If it has a static physical box. Anything that's physically static. Let's try this for now. I think seeing through robot is fine. That might be too much. Because then like a big group of robots will never see. I don't know. We'll see. Oh. Maybe something more specific. Oh, it seems fine. It seems fine. Anyway, this is gonna break out. Can't see the player through it. You can also look at like a tag component instead. It says like blocks robot vision or something. By the way, this thing only interacts with physical objects anyway. Alright, so player seen by robots. Okay. If I seeing the player. Now we can say attack on entity. Oh. Player entity. Oh, I did this whole thing here. But it just intersects the records, right? I'm not sure what you mean by records. Not sure what you mean, man. It's an actual physical raycast between 2 points and see and finds anything physical intersects there. You know what, for now I guess I'll do something as dumb as that. Yeah, actually that's exactly what I need to do. Enhance if I add more players or friendly NPCs that robots can target as well. Okay. Okay. It's Gucci, it's Gucci. Let it rip. Let it rip. V1 coming up. Enumerate objects getting hit by ray. Imagine standing in the object that has rigid. No, the specific line it draws. Hold on. I missed a chance to dude, what is going on? Robots, you need to lay off. Command map. Wall, put myself here. Okay. Let's do this pre-debug test. Nobody sees me. Shh, be very quiet. Oh, now they see me. So now's the time to add some debug information. What's up, Gem and Toad? Now I need to debug some information here. Okay. Because this right now just draws where they're going. Actually, it's kind of helpful. Because when they do want to attack me, you'll see a red line as opposed to white walking around line. So right now they don't know I exist. And now you'll see switch away from white line to red line. Oh, still being blocked by a wall. Oh, now you go. See this guy. Oh, that guy got triggered too. But that guy still doesn't know me. But these guys have seen me now. Now they're going after me. Yeah, so it's actually already works. So now the basic version of V1 is working and functional. So let's checkpoint that. Checkpoint that. I don't care enough about this. This is fine. V1, robot awareness. Boom. That easy. Now, what's the next feature I want to do? Now I think is the time to do some debugging. Some debug lines. So let's go back to one robot. And we shall draw some lines. I guess I might as well do it here. Okay. Gonna do it live. So I need... Where? Well, I kinda... No, what? Fine. I'm gonna do it here. Avoid this if not looking for the player. Because this computes every freaking frame, but you kind of have to do it. You know what? It's better to do this twice. Yeah, it sucks, but this happens once in a blue moon. This does happen every frame, but whatever. So just go turn in. Forward direction would be this times forward direction. Right, so we're going from where the robot is at plus some kind of offset. So it's not on the freaking floor. Wait, is this param? No, it's not. Okay. Going to from this plus robot forward times some range. Let's start with this first. Yeah. Okay. You know what? I don't want to see this navigation mesh anymore. Let's hide that crap. Can't see me still. Good, good. Now here, kind of need to turn this on by default. Even though it's going to be expensive. Robot awareness, robot vision. Oh, yeah. He's a new component on this guy. Wait, does he not have debug? He does have debug draw. You do have debug draw. Oh, I just need to reload that. Let's bring it a little higher so it doesn't look so phallic. You know what? I need to zoom out. All right, so that's the current range 20. Vision distance range. I'll give it 100 right now. We'll see if that's too much or not. Unfortunately, this change will require a restart. Very unfortunate. Gotcha. Oh yeah, might as well reflect this thing. Vision range. Man. Is it the end or before vision range? Afterwards. All right. Let us see. Some meme in the Discords. Indeed, indeed. Memeing all the way. All the way. A bit high on that guy, huh? That's a bit high. Okay, camera's functional. Is it just me who's a little bit off over time, or sometimes it is feeling a little off? But all in all, this is fine-ish. So that's fine. Actually, also gives me a good idea what 100 is, actually. Dude, why is no mesh still by default showing? Yeah, okay, good. Good. Yeah, it does feel a little bit off, like here. I don't know what that is. He's like a weird, he's got a lazy eye. Does rope move its head? No, this is purely an actual entity rotation. I'm not sure what it could be. I mean, it's right now it's not gonna worry me too much. It's gonna be a little bit weird, but just whatever. I can look into fixing that later. It's whatever. It's still close enough to me to work on this. Normalize your world position. I don't think it's that. I think it was probably some other component takes over and occasionally turns. Because I do things like, or I try to face the direction of movement, which maybe ends up being sometimes slightly different. I'm not sure. That's whatever. Let's see. It could be. Let me see. Phase direction. Oh, it doesn't have phase direction. He does have this. He does have like angles here. It's possible that some of this doesn't quite match up. Not sure. I'm curious. Does he... Dude. Attack. When he does see me eventually... So why? It's kind of weird. Why did it take so long to notice me? State, wandering state. Is he just remaining in wandering state the whole time? I think I need to... Yeah, when he's in wandering state. When do I check for this? In player position. Shouldn't it just be immediately going in here? Am I crazy? Am I crazy? Like, it took a long time to show up here. A long time. Because this one looks fine, which means this thing could take a while to trigger off. Now that was more than a quarter of a second. Let's do another test. Now this should be still getting triggered quite often. Yeah, this gets called all the time. Oh, you mean that? It technically goes directly into your foot. Technically. So I might need to change this now, actually. Now is a good time to change it. No, I think the problem is it's pointing directly at the foot position, and the player kind of technically flies, so it doesn't quite on the center. So I think I need to bring it up the same way as I do here. And now just bring it up a bit. That should be enough. Like... Yeah, that was a thing. I was just missing the feet wherever we need to close. Yeah, so now it's immediate. Now it is immediately goes red. You see white, white, white. Boom, red. Okay. So that's progress. Let me see, next thing is... Okay, basic corrections, check. Okay. Awareness. Range. Okay, okay. So I need to create rotation. Yeah, I don't take face into account. So the thing that points, it's really just where it's which direction he's looking at. It doesn't show the range yet. So yeah, right now I don't do that whole thing yet. So that's to be done. Which actually I think will help optimize a little. Well, it's fine now. It's fine. The range sweep. I don't remember. Is it from England? Maxi. So is it a static or not? Yes. Okay. Radiance. Up vector. Is the minus quaternion? I'm not sure. This might be kind of similar, but you know what? Whatever. So now to get this limit, I need to take on rotation, add the range sweep, and this gives me the limit. Well, for now, let's do I don't know which side is which. We'll see. We'll see. I don't even feel like doing this temporaries. Minus. Right, my rotation towards this way, that way should be fine. And now. Oh, might as well do the unification. Oof. What did I fail to compile? Two 186. 2186. Oh, I don't support this as a cons expert. Boo. Oh yes, can be merged. You're right. You are correct. Can pause now. Come here, dude. I need to see your lines. I don't see any lines. Oh, I didn't set it. I didn't set it. Limit origin range. Ooh. Yeah, yeah. Distance. Guess vision angle or something. Yep, give me a warning. Okay. Vision angle. Degrees would be much easier to work with this, to be honest. Wider angle. Min max. Up to max of... I mean, technically it's full pi. Technically. I mean, hell, I don't even need that. Waiting for compilation. This one takes a while. All reflection. Oh, the base comes off of... The base comes off of that. Okay. All right. Wait. Yo, are you doing radians actually? Oh, this thing sets in degrees. I don't know, give it at least 10 to 180. Thank you. Precisions, indeed. Alright, so let's give it like, I don't know, 45. Did that not save? Did not save. Okay, cool. Save. It didn't save. Okay. Okay, I did this. I thought that this would do it. It's saying this did not work. Mr. 55. Vision range 0. It says 0. Nope. What kind of silence is this? Save. This thing is set to true and it's a 0. Am I just not using the right value? I'm not. Freaking A. Freaking A, dude. Okay. Should be Gucci now. Yes. Excellent. Now I have a lazy ass triangle. I didn't even bother connecting it to say. Okay, fine. I'll do it. I'll do the right way. It's there. From here it needs to go to here. Wait, why is it not drawing that? More time from this to offset. Trying to make an arc, but ain't doing it. But this looks right. Oh, it's back to the robot. It's back to the robot as opposed to this. Yeah, just a sign I'm getting tired. I'm getting tired for the day. At least it's doing a bit of that. A bit that at least. Okay. So now that that works, I can at least see it visually. Now I can do this her as a check. Let's see, right direction, right, check the vision. Actually, this is pretty. I don't even need that. Vision, radiance. Let me see. I have rotation as it is. Right. Player. Player to player to player to player. I already have this. That's right direction. Except I don't want anything height-wise. Remember now. Don't remember now. I mean, maybe I had something. I feel like I did. I could try and do the same. Oh, you do want to do it this way, okay. I know there's a component in computer the angles such as current to goal angles. Current angle radiance. Yeah, I did that. Although it's a bit of a trickery. It's a bit of a trickery. Connotation forward. I guess I could do that. Assuming this is correct. Somehow it smells a little bit off. We'll see. We'll see. I will debug it a little. Put a little bit forward to right direction. Get cosine. Current forward. Quick inverse square root technique. Yep. A very popular one. I think at one point I shared a link to the book. What was it called? Black Doom. Yeah. If you don't know about this, there's a link here to the book's free PDF, and you can also buy it if you want a physical copy. And they go through all that. I don't remember if I go through that one actually, but it's kind of general, kind of cool. As I do go through. Yeah. But they do go for a lot of stuff in here. Some of it's pretty amusing. Mr. Trap. Hey, Trap, what's up? Because a bunch of errors in 3DO section I need to submit, huh? This one specifically on Doom? I don't think they talked much about code here, but I'm not sure. Huh, okay. There was something cool here. What was it? I think it was an axe. Yeah, this was amusing though. Apparently, at one point, one of the guys got stuck behind an office, and the door was locked. The door was locked, and they couldn't open it. So they literally just found an axe nearby and just smashed it up. What was it for? Yeah, he was in the office and was trapped. Couldn't get the door open. It was after hours, so nobody didn't like it. So like, I do have a battle axe in my office. So I got that battle axe and just smashed through the door. It's awesome. That's pretty funny. Most of 3DO hardware. Oh yeah, I did go for a lot of hardware stuff at the end of the book. That was a bit wild. That was honestly, it wasn't exactly what I was interested in. All the sports to different hardwares. I guess it was kind of cool, but it was something. It was something. Current forward. Is this correct? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Current Y angle. This is technically angle from forward. And so if this is greater than available vision, just bail and check some other time. Well, Gucci. Oh, I triggered something here. It thinks it was out of range already. 188, fine. Yeah, I guess it's right on that edge. I don't use others, yeah. I mean, sometimes it's nice to compare. Because specifically it's a setting in an angle, so we do need to compare angles. Well, I don't have to. Kinda, not sure. It's too late to think about too much math right now. But anyway, this is where it ignored the player, even though he's technically in range still. From what I can tell. I mean, these values do agree. Even though this is really bizarre looking. But whatever. I don't think my debug view is wrong. Because all this looks... Is this the right order of quaternions? I think so. It's up, YT. The usual pizza rolls. I mean, this looks... I don't remember if quaternion order matters or not. I'm assuming it does. But I also am assuming this is the right way to do it. I believe this is the right order. So I'm curious as to why. What's up, you? I'm using Vulkan. This is Vulkan of non-ray tracing and ray tracing. But unfortunately, ray tracing, drawing lines in ray tracing is a giant pain in the ass. I haven't bothered to do it. Because ray tracing just straight up doesn't support lines as is simpler. You have to do like your own custom stuff. Yep. Currently checking full list vision. Wait. Can I see the gameplay so far? Almost. Could almost see it. Where's my gamepad at? Gamepad. Which the icons? Switch to gamepad. Oh, really? I broke that. I broke it. I can't believe I broke it. Yeah, it makes sense that I broke it. Since I rewrote that stuff. Actually, let's do from a proper beginning. A quick start, skipping some introductory storylines. Back when you have no items at all. Get energy charge, health charge. Off we go. Oh, this guy's kind of retarded. Actually, no, they're fine. Fun fact, when they damage, they slow down. So now they're like, slow motion. Ice skating. I'm not sure what you're referring to, actually. Hey, don't be destroying this thing. This thing can heal me. Oh, you're just shooting off in some random ass direction. I don't know what happened there. Finally, an item. What do we got? Pick up range and damage. Okay. Roombas, Roombas. Any good chest drops in here? I don't see it, so moving on. Let's go here. Ooh. Boost limits. Unfortunately, no, not yet. There is some baked-in animation. There's a little bit of that, but I haven't worked on that yet. I do have a ability to do it, but it's just so far away zoomed out, it's kind of hard to tell. But I do have hair physics. And some clothing physics, some. Maybe one day. Actually, why? Oh, this guy's still left. Little bastard. Little bastard. But one day I'll work on spring stuff. The white ground map, yeah. For now, I decided to go away from that and go to something simpler. Like ice skating. Oh, I broke all the robots. So now this guy needs an awareness component, otherwise he'll never see me. Yeah, he just doesn't have ability to see anything. So that's kind of amusing. A bunch of things to fix then. But anyway. Anyways. Back to task scene. There you go, here's some hair physics. That was so fun to implement a year ago. I think this is still my favorite. You check the list of the component if it doesn't have and just assume I saw you. Yeah, you could. I could. Could do a lot of things. But it's correct. But I first want to get this one fixed. Because it's okay to have a game be in a broken state for a bit while you work out on the features. Actually, is this a good moment to checkpoint? Probably not. It wasn't that much work. But I'll take this guy. Got that. All right. Oh yeah, here's the idea I had. What's up, White? Good evening. What's cracking? Welcome to the C++ game dev. Am I breaking 141? No, still at 140k. Okay. So honestly, versus doing all this, I could maybe do this, but I'm not sure. But here's my idea, actually. I'm gonna change this to... I'm just gonna set a different color, depending if it sees it or not. Like here, I could be like... Change the color to... You see, by default it's red when he sees you, white it doesn't. And when he's out of range... I mean, maybe for now make it like grayish. But these apples. I'm not sure if it actually took effect. Unless something else... Oh, something else sets it. Something else sets and overrides it. But I don't remember who. But I will find you. No? I was sure somebody somewhere here does it. Bro. It's kind of finding everything. Debug panel. Yep. No, it's a... This is pretty much all custom built. Like, this is not even a debug build. This is not a debug panel. This is actually just an entity inspector. Live. Running the game. Because sometimes you just need to see what the hell this guy's doing. See it live. Which the things move around. Especially if it's an animation thing, then. An animation component, a bunch of things are happening all the time. Smoothing, blending, show blending. A bunch of stuff's happening. But, okay, something sets it to red. I know something sets it to red when he sees me. Actually, this would be kind of cool. Oh. Bro, you are not looking at me. I'm pretty sure that math is... Yeah... So somehow we didn't. You know what I need? I need... I could use a debug field on the component to just print to the console. Or just print to the console. Do you have that because you use orchestration? That's right. I built my own entity component system. And in fact, I'm working on a YouTube video to explain the way I built out my entity component system. Yeah. Oh, really? Really? Fine, let's try this. It is such a biscuit. How about I just delete everything here? So I'm working on little snippets that will go through explaining how I structured the entity component system and how that kind of stuff works. Fun fact, there's a Python package where you can write Python code that generates animation like this. Except sometimes compilation takes sweet time. Like here's your entity, your different components, you have a system code that kind of works through them, goes to the next entity and so on. But in my case, the entity is laid out in the following fashion. Once it compiles everything here. Go Python. So follow Mr. White. Oh yes, this is your entity, different components, but in memory they just laid out as following. This gives you entity and is shoved into a common bucket of the same exact entities. You get yourself an entity table. Let me see, go to... Let me share the link to this cool package. Manium community. Oh yeah, so it's the entity table layout. So just writing one entity after the other, just same types over and over. What's up, please? Mr. Lurker. Actually, I need to steal this. I wanted to have the same thing for some of my own JSON files to set colors like that. Yeah, I was watching Rockers before I went live. I chatted him up quite a bit. Yeah, it was nice. Finally, the guy's back. So here's another example where I'm showing what kind of tables I have. So I have one table for each unique entity type, and each color indicates a different color component, color type here. And so the entities might be different sizes. They're just going to lay it out in memory the same way. And I have a bunch more of these to make. A bunch more. Actually, this one came out pretty nice too. Go Python compile. Yeah, so Rutgers is switching to Autumn language, but I'm too spoiled by C++ on all the tooling. I'm not going to some other language. Unless it's Jai or something. I might consider Jai. That's about it. That's about it. But this shows what is an entity component system. Which is kind of nice to do with this animation. Shift it over to the side, blew it up. This is position exactly what I have of different values. Bam, bam, bam. But anyway, back to robots. Back to robots. Oh, by the way, Murat, reason I don't care about that particular thing causing slowdowns or not, because I have this system. This shows me everything that's slow or fast. So if something would be slow, I would see it here. Like that thing doing too much work. But the new code I'm adding right now is in robot system. This thing just not showing up. It's just not showing up. But animation, that's costly, especially when we have more robots. Freaking animation. Anyway, let's back to debugging this thing. Mr. Robot. I need to find the code. Where the hell do I set? Oh, I bet it's in the behavior. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. But the good news, you don't actually... By the way, entity component system is very complex to implement. So I wouldn't suggest doing that. The first implementation would be much easier and plenty for just about every game out there. It's just big, fat entities. Like in a Queen song. Because this is like if you really want to be fancy. It was a lot of work, dude. It was like 4,000 lines of code. It took me a few months to actually make it run really fast, so no. ACS, I mean, I like my own ACS. I understand it, so I can make it work the way I want to. And it allows you to compose entities out of components here, so that part is nice. But it was not easy to implement, holy crap. If you're just making a simpler game, you don't need to do any of that. Right. Debug draw. Somewhere else it's being referenced as well. Visual debugging, yes. There you go, red line of that, yes. Well, this is white. Maybe I'll just do for now. Just make it white when it's idle, otherwise don't do anything. Just don't mess. Well, data-oriented programming is ACS as well. It's just that ACS is highly complex. It's very useful for game engines and general purpose tools, but it is overkill for most games. But a game like ARPG, having components is very useful. It should be too old. You used... Yeah, I think I switched a year ago, actually, because I didn't even know that you can use or and and as opposed to the other signs. Somebody told me on the stream or somewhere, and I was like, wait a second, this is way more readable. Because for the longest time, I hated seeing things like if bang. I always found it this like really difficult to read, because this whole not thing is such a small character, as opposed to saying not. That is so much better. So yeah. Anyway, was this not coloring? This shouldn't be showing white anymore. This thing. 3. Fine, RG. B. Just make it green. Green meaning it should be safe. So it makes sense, but did something still overrides it? Oh yeah, the pathing. Some kind of pathing would do it. I mean, that's the thing. I used to do exactly that. I would say equals, not false, which is even more verbose. But if you just say not in it, it's terser, shorter, and more understandable. Speaking of brain food, get some salmon over here to munch on, like an animal. Yeah, something else sets it. Something else sets it. Dude, where's the robot? Hey, now it's green. Big purple highlights on code. What you talking about? This thing? Green, it's not in range. This technically should be white. Probably need to switch it back. Here. Oh no, this is outside. Maybe try this. Define or caps. I guess, but it's already part of a language. Like, you don't particularly need to do that. It's just not... Okay, I need closer. So just too far away. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna box his ass in. His ass gonna be in the box. Except I need to correct this. North. 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 Yeah, you can do a lot of fun stuff. In all 3D code, you could see a bunch of defines for not or and. Huh. Forever. Yeah, it's a pretty common thing to do in C languages, to be fair. You kind of have to get anything decent, because essentially macros there serve as like a template programming in a way. I mean, hell, even I do that for reflection code. Like I have some macros here, and C go more way crazy on this. In this case, it's just a little helper. But with C, you can go wild out of that. Okay, let's Enclose the guy so he doesn't leave the premises. Okay, so I don't need the wall anymore. It's spawned right here. Build a connection here, west. Yeah, perfect. He's been captured. Indeed, define pine, whatever else. Luckily, C++, I can do const express, so I can do some type checking around that stuff. So this is... You know what? Now I'm just kidding. No, I'm not... It's Express indeed. X macros there, yeah. Yep. Yeah. Plus, and then getting into variadic temp macros and whatever else. Actually, is there such a thing? Not sure. I usually ignore a lot of part of a language I don't care about. You know what? Let's... No, for the hell of it. Red RGB. Let's keep it blue just so that I can test it. It's supposed to be safe, not seen, and it's supposed... I'm pretty sure this whole angle is just wrong. Is it just wrong? It's just wrong. Like, kinda... I think my angle math calculation is definitely wrong. Definitely wrong. No accept. Well, you can make convention conspects for quite a while. Hell, even I have that. My C++ 20. I just recently implemented string view as const expert. Plenty const expert here, unless you meant const eval as well. Which is that I don't have. Can this be const expert? Not sure, maybe. I did do const eval here for whatever reason. Honestly, it was more like a guessing thing. Yeah, because I recently actually threw out all of STL. Like, I still use concepts, but now I have my own concepts for everything, as opposed to using STL, because that stuff headers are so heavy. Like, I have remove pointers, I have is same concept, I have remove references, index sequence, make index sequence. Is pointer, I have move and forward. Where's move? That's a forward. Where's move? Move is here. Yeah. Yeah, you can do a lot of things. That's exactly what I do. For example, I have a thing called EasyNum as a concept here. Found some tricky implementation from somewhere, whatever it is. Because what I'm doing here is that I think I have an operator class. And somewhere here, I have it. Yeah, I can say that if you can pass an enumeration as an index, and I just magically convert it to an integer, I just make sure that's a num. Pure raw dog in C++. Yeah, it was pretty awesome because you can just write all that stuff without anything. Can you create double question operators? I don't think you can do that. There's a rocket operator. It's about as fancy as you can get. But custom operators, I don't think you can do that. There's a certain limited number of operators that you can override. You can create your own custom literals. That you can do. Actually, yeah. You know what? I forgot about that. C++. create a custom literal that converts a number into my seconds. Forgotten about this. Right. A literal second underscore s for seconds. Yeah. That'll be kind of cute. Kind of cute to take. Bum, bum, bum. It's kind of interesting. I guess double is a decent start to convert to this. Long double. Excuse me? Is deprecated. Okay. Okay. Now I can try to my code that I wrote right now. For clarity, like here, can I do 0s? The required integer. I think it needs an integer. Long double is kind of weird to require. But you know, that's fine. It's fine. But these apples. No, still doesn't like it. Valid parameter list. Huh? It looks right. Valid parameter list. Is there some kind of weird limitations as to what can be what? Maybe this crap has to be like long or some nonsense. Okay, and then let's do this. Okay, so this works. Or did it? Or did it? Ooh, look at that. IntelliSense. Good. Let's take this out. Is this gonna compile? Yeah, so this compiles. And this is Gucci. It's kind of cool. Kind of cool. But why did this not work? Must either take long double. Oh, one of the specific forms for character array literals. Oh, there's some kind of thing. Some kind of thing. Literals. User define literals. Is any of the following? But what if the number is negative? can't do. Oh. Negative numbers operator on it. Can you make it with underscore? Without underscore? Not sure. I don't think so. Let me see. I seem to remember no. I think underscore is a requirement. I think it is. I guess I can try. Must start with an underscore. Yep. Yep. Okay. Okay, but this should work now. I'm gonna do this though. Boom. Could even fully spell it out seconds, but this should be fine. That should be fine. Yep. Hopefully that shouldn't explode compile times all that much. Although my compile time fluctuate pretty hard. I think it depends of how much AMD CPU sleeps on the job. Sometimes takes a while before it raises its frequency up enough. But this is in the ballpark of we're fine. So yeah, this did not have any effect on compile times. But it's cool. DOS is cool. Okay. Well, this is kind of nice. Oh, even highlights it slightly differently. Like this is different color from the number. And this would be just apply an operator to it. Okay. 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 Sure thing. Sure thing. Now this is a detour. The real problem is that the angle is incorrect, which means I need more debug information. It's time to draw a bunch. I didn't save the map. Oh, I didn't copy it up. Oh, that's no bueno. That is no bueno. This isn't fine. It's fine. Alright, let's put this guy back in the box. Take care, man. Take care. Alright. Box this guy in. Give him no hope. Alright, now I'm gonna be losing those changes. Well, it's kind of a pain to watch it this way. Maybe some stability bug system so I can just either see maybe I see the console and I'm GUI like here so it doesn't have to overlap. And just do it slow motion like. I mean, here angle actually looks fine because I set it exactly 45. Mr. 45 exactly. Save, go. Okay. Yeah, I need to build console name. Go to do exactly the same thing. So 40, 45, switching to green, everything is Gucci. Okay. Let's wait, and the guy's looking away. Oh, the negative angles. Of course. Of course. Technically, I don't even care. I don't think I care. Alright, that explains it in a nice way. Okay. Let's do it slowly. Green, 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 green. Crossover into blue. Leave into green. Excellent. 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 Okay. Oh. Excellent. So that's that. That would be cool. When he's wandering about, before he turns, he should do like an animation to indicate which way he's about to turn. To be like, whoa, and then turn there. So it gives you like, I don't know, maybe like half a second to a second reaction time. So if you wanted to, you could just keep hiding behind his back. Also, one additional thing. I need to do some kind of visual change. So when he actually has aggro on me, he needs to visibly change somehow. Maybe eyes lit up or something. Actually, why aren't his eyes lit up? Oh, you're just missing eyes. Oh, buddy. Eyes are just missing. Huh. Where are the eyes? They're nowhere here. Oh, he just doesn't have it. Really? Really? Alright, I'll do this check and then it might be time to end it. Have a good sleep afterwards so I can have plenty of energy tomorrow to do more work. Let's see, I think this is Project Robot. Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't have the eyes at all. I mean, I could certainly do animation when you discovered you. Maybe he does something, flails of his arm or something. Yeah, it might be nice to at least do that. But the fact that I forgot to add eyes to him is kind of interesting. Okay. Okay. Because if I give him back the eyes... This is nice. It seems cheap. It seems cheap. Let's do a test. Bro. What if I throw in... Rip. Ooh. It is taking up its sweet ass time. Ooh. Okay. Okay, good to know. Is it the debug drawer? And awareness. Debug vision. Now, if I go back here. Awareness. Do not debug the vision, actually. Yeah. It's time to be back to this. This gets saved. Oh, I don't save it. Wait, do I default this to true? I just need to restart. No, this should be the default view. Alright, so this became suddenly extremely expensive. Okay. Okay. This should be false. So what is actually expensive here? When it's rolling over every once in a while. Yeah, so this intersection is just too expensive. Even when it's spilling out, it's still expensive. Darn. I was hoping. I could delay them by a frame, put in a thread. I could do that. I could. 1 millisecond is so much. I should do early bailout first. Before I do intersect, at least do distance check. Distance check, robot player. Actually, this is a distance. Dude, why do you break the new line? Distance is greater than the range. Yeah. So that helps to drop it down to nothing when it's not in range. So that's good, I suppose. But once it comes in range, it's gonna bump up and overtake. And that's gonna be worse if we have more than that. It's not expensive to do that cast, huh? But I think if I delay by a frame, I can afford to. I just need to build that system out. Gotta build that system out. Oh, that's funny. They do colors. That is amusing. Oh boy. Now that's lines. Why is navigation mesh still a thing? I need to turn it off. Navigation mesh. Mesh. I mean, it seems to be. It's false by default, unless somebody sets it to true. I don't see anybody else saying it's true, so it must be net. BVV, that's good. Earth. I was checking something. Oh, I'm also spamming the console. That could be slow as well. This is now false. Okay. Let's not spam this crap. That'll probably help a lot. Yeah, that did help. Still expensive. Still expensive. Oh, those debug info that was expensive. That was a console X spamming that was causing the time hit. Otherwise, it still doesn't show up. Wow. Let it be a lesson. Console spam is a killer of all performance gains. But now it's gone. That distance thing helps even more. Yeah, 2162. You know, I need a feature so I can click on it. It remembers it and just like colors it in a different way so I can see it move around. Yeah, because right now this is now cheap as hell. Alright, let's do a test. Oh, some of them see me. They're going after me like a charms. And some people are just chilling. Like that guy doesn't even see me yet. Okay. Okay. This is good for the day. This is definitely good for the day. I can still use color to indicate which ones are going after me and not. Red seems have seen me. Okay, okay. And debug draw really is sluggish when you have that many to draw, huh? Alright. Alright. I hate that. Okay. Back to usual thing, animation is everything, is the whole cost. Okay. I wonder if there's a better way. I mean, I can always put it in a thread. I couldn't put animation in a thread. At least for robots, run them one frame behind for animation. Well, Alright, so let's save that. Unreasonable. Copy thing. E2 awareness. All the features I wanted to start with. Nice game indeed. Indeed. But now I want to see how my insane CPU runs this thing in optimized. Let's do the optimized. Optimization. Steadily release builds maybe twice as slow compared to debug. Especially the linking optimization. Yeah. Yes, indeed. Okay. Actually, let's put it to the same 20. I mean, yeah, optimized build is a monster. It's just a monster. It takes like 5 times faster does animation optimized builds. Like this is insane in the membrane, dude. Okay. But now I need a new type of animation when he sees you. Okay. Okay. That's fine. That is fine. Actually, I do want to do one more thing. It's time to do I'm GUI console. Let me see. This is there. No, I need to do let's player data. Let's build a GUI. No, let's go to console log window. Just a log window for I'm GUI. That is what I want. Log. Console log. Okay. Actually, let's go to here. And now I have stuff here. Edit mode. I don't care about that there. It's almost something you can vibe into. Let's go back to debug. Okay, console log. Ooh, I need to get access to the log. Who has it? Who has it? Logging in here, running to the log. Running to the log. Technically, this means I need to have a separate buffer maybe to keep. Because this one gets wiped out anytime I write it. Hmm. Hmm. I want to provide a hook here so I can report that up to somewhere. Maybe. Because in that other thing, I don't know, maybe keep track of last 50 entries. Oh, do I need to do... Wait, sub array. Is it ring buffer? What did I use? I think I have two of them. I was confused which one is good, which one is not. I just need to... There's ring buffer. Small ring. Yeah, I don't care. Okay, so there is a ring buffer. Ring buffer indeed of these. Fine. Okay. So I could just pass it off from here. I could. New log message. Okay. 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 New log entry. Actually, why do I do that? Why don't I just make this be like that? There's technically this thing, but it's kind of weird to grab from it. Okay. Running to the log. It's probably cheap enough. Because a simple bool should be easy enough. Should be cheap enough. Okay. What was it called? Log writer. The log writer. Okay. Right. Let's make it really simple for now. Like 5 entries. Oh. Well, I'm not. I don't remember. Might be need to be reverse. Or reverse order to match, to have newest entries at the bottom. Boom. It's time to see. It is time. Okay, console log. Ain't doing nothing. Ain't. Oh. Oh, it's only when I opened it. Right. What can I do? That is unfortunately the same call. Ooh, what if I just reload? Just reload. Let's see. Last one was 187. Actually, yeah, so this follows the right way. The right way. Okay, so this is good. 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 Kind of want to do the wrap. Kind of want to do the wrap. This is the wiping time. Yeah, this is fine. Don't need that. Whoops. Yep. My bad. I really need to get the exception working. Alrighty, AI. It's time. It's time. I want the log entries to wrap text wrapped. Okay. Okay. Well, it would be cool if it was wrapping and gives me, without add spaces here off a bit. That'd be kind of cool. Although might be too much work. Any way to wrap such that on new lines a few spaces are added to indicate that is a wrap. Push. First line normally. A prefix for wrapped lines. Make it by rendering visible child of indentation margin. What's this? What is that? Now that sets everything as it said. But this is cute. Push position, fine. That is offset. That I don't care about that. Current screen position wrapped. But I don't see all the wrapped lines. Oh, this just adds this thing on nose. Maybe it's too much. Too much effort then, maybe. I can just bump it up to maybe 10 entries and then call it a day. Beautiful call by Albert. It would be nice if we can do a little, because it does make it a little bit hard to read if it's not wide enough. Like offset the second line over. And if I can do the pretty little thing too, but I don't think this one does it. I don't see it doing that because it just draws the whole entry. What does it exactly does it do? It loops by height. Height. Oh, I get it. I think it will overwrite it. But I kind of get it. I mean, hell, let's try it. Let's try it. Well, first of all, a character doesn't, but yeah, it's exactly what it does. It just draws that there. No. Nah, it's okay. I'm gonna skip on that. Do I care? Yeah, actually, this little space here is nice. It's fine. It's fine. Maybe tomorrow can come up with something smarter than that. Maybe. Well, this is already useful, actually. I can just look at stuff here. Don't need to jump to this alt tab all the time. Look at Nartard. I can just see the log right there. Cool. Cool. And this can be turned off on. Good. Good. Make it, you know what? Go with show. Okay. Good enough. Good enough. Certainly good enough. Oh my. Oh my. What the hell is this crash? No stack, no nothing. I don't have exception handler in this, really. Really? Exceptions. I mean, I do have it. Well, excuse me, what's the stack? What is the stack? Nothing? Wait a I mean, this is calling terminate, but I'm not doing anything. I just... Yes. That look a crash in the AMD library. I should just turn that crap off. That is just no bueno. No bueno. Is it expensive to make that bit permanent? Probably not. Probably not. So why don't I just do it for... Should be cheap enough. Should be cheap enough. What is a good way to show log entries in a loop? List box? Scrolling window. Begin child. What do we use begin child? Isn't that a new window? Or what? Global region. Oh. Huh? Wipe code away. Wipe code away. Where the hell is it? Draw console log. What's up, Adele? Just stealing jobs. Just stealing jobs by using AI to code. Yeah, it is a bit late. It is a bit late. Hey, now I have a thing here. Let's try it from scratch. Indeed. I'm like a job dragon, dude. I got 35 jobs down in my basement. What you gonna do, bud? What you gonna do? Ain't gonna do nothing. Okay, console. Seems valid, although... What does it repeat a bunch of stuff? Bro, X. Oh, that is not good. Oh, that is not good. Yeah, there you go. That makes sense. I only had that many entries. Well, let's bump it up a bit more and go. Do you still get job offers? No, right now it's very quiet time. Usually it became spammed up like 4 or 5 years ago. Oh yeah. Even 2 or 3 years ago I was getting job offers a bunch. But nowadays, this year has been extremely quiet. There was a little bit of bop, maybe like half a year ago. But then the companies started to begin to planning for layoffs, including Amazon. That's just completely went quiet. Completely quiet. But that's not 30 entries. Why is it being weird? I guess by the time I call register, it's gonna miss a bunch of stuff. If I really want to catch that, I need to do this thing way earlier. Just like way earlier do this thing. Like what I'm doing, if I really want to do that. Yeah, somewhere here. Boom, boom, boom. Aw, really? Private information? Open up everything. I don't care about no private. Still to file taxes. I know on your savings. Yeah, I do. I have some passive income. String buffer reached the limit. Ooh. There was an entry, it was too big. Too big. Right, it got to here. It was gonna write here. It's kind of yucky to make a copy, but passive income from real estate. Yep. And even outside from that, anytime you like sell your stuff, even though you just also anytime you sell something or stocks or something like that, you always have to do that. So yeah, either way it's gonna get hammered. I'm not sure. Allow false. No, I need to do something. Yeah, like this. Allow large input true. That should be fine. Unfortunately, this is not capitalism. It's the opposite. This is a welfare socialism here. Where anytime you make any money, they want to tax you. Hell, this is not. This is the opposite. The opposite of capitalism. Allow large inputs. I guess I'm just ignoring this. Copy string, allow large inputs. One more time. This should be true, but it's not. What a previous call. Oh, he went through this. He went through that. But why? Oh, I'm moving the wrong thing. Well, did you know the United States at some point did not have income tax? It used to be super tiny, but ever since then, everybody was like, you know, it'd be good? Tax everybody to hell. Initial income tax was like literally less than 1%, and only for like super wealthy, as they said back then, but very quickly, in a matter of like 5 years, it applied to like half the population immediately. So much for that. At one point, actually, United States was so cool, they actually repealed income tax. They at some point tried adding income tax. And then they kicked it out of, I don't know, Supreme Court or something, so they just repealed it entirely. And then back in 20s, United States decided to be back to socialism, so they added it back in. And they have FDR, one of the most socialist presidents we had. So yeah. Unfortunately. Just imagine a country that was closer to capitalism than the United States was 150 years ago. It'd be so much more power. But nope, not today. Not today. Okay. Let me see. By default, it opens up with a scroll bar at the bottom or what? Yeah, it would be nice to have just one country that practiced actual capitalism, or at least halfway there. You know, just a little bit more, but unfortunately. Escaped one socialist country to move to another one. But okay. Console log is functional, everything is fine. Added a console log to Angry. This will be handy. This will be handy. Be turn us off in builds. It should be cheap enough for now, so it's fine. It's fine. Alright, one last check. Nothing new here. Okay. Alright, it's raiding time. The time has come to select the victim of the raid. Let's see if any programmers are still around. Same category. All impact sounds. Low poly. If I was guessing, man. This is only 3 minutes, though. Wait, is it hours or minutes? I'm guessing it's hours. No, it's hours. But it might be ending. It might be ending. This is maybe. Java time, full stack. Alright, let's do filter on tag. Maybe this. Oh well. Raid this thing anyway. GG's everyone, until tomorrow. Till tomorrow. 3, 2, 1, raiding time.
It's